Ever since its inception in 1959, the National Aerospace Laboratories, NAL, Bangalore, has been working incessantly towards building a profound civil aviation sector in India. Earlier called the National Aeronautics Laboratory, the name was changed to National Aerospace Laboratories to reflect also the prime role it is playing in the Indian space program and its multidisciplinary activities and global positioning. It is the nation's only civil aerospace organization with such a high level of competence and is dedicated to development of indigenous aerospace technologies. CSIR-NAL's technologies are regarded worldwide for their sophistication and effectiveness. Its test facilities are the best in the nation. All the laboratories of CSIR-NAL are manned by highly specialized teams known for their tremendous scientific and technological skills and workmanship. In its more than 50 years of existence, CSIR-NAL has made remarkable contributions to a plethora of aerospace programs such as civil and military aircraft development programs, space program, engine development programs, defense and strategic programs of the country, and has also contributed to vital industrial and societal outputs. As a unit of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, apart from running its aerospace programs, CSIR-NAL has also made significant contributions such as working with smart materials, parallel processing, advanced flow diagnostics, airport instrumentation, and harnessing of solar and wind energy. Despite several odds, CSIR-NAL has continued its R&D activities to meet virtually all facets of aeronautics like theoretical and experimental aerodynamics, structures, materials, propulsion, electronics, and systems. By the mid-1970s, CSIR-NAL had emerged as one of the major actors on the Indian aeronautical scene. It was recognized as one of CSIR's best-managed national laboratories, undertaking over 100 high-science, high-technology R&D projects in aerospace. Unfortunately, a slump followed in the Indian civil aviation industry in the same decade. Despite the proven potential to go ahead, the aviation industry suffered from sluggishness and inactivity. This phase in the Indian aviation history is often referred to as a very attractive and well-decked bride, but with nowhere to go. CSIR-NAL took its initial steps towards development of civil aircraft in the 1980s, and the maiden effort was to wet hands in building and flying the Light Canard Research Aircraft, LCRA, after procuring drawings and raw materials from the USA. Soon, CSIR-NAL had become a major national player in development of aerospace technologies. The 1990s happened to be one of the most happening decades for NAL, as major initiatives were taken and more professionalism was instilled among its ranks. As a harbinger of civil aviation design and development in the country, CSIR-NAL developed the Hansa two-seater trainer aircraft, which has gained huge popularity in different flying clubs in India. It has also attracted a lot of international attention and is all set to make its mark in the international market. With its core resource base of around 330 full-time aerospace R&D professionals with long experience and success in front-ranking aerospace research and proven facilities, CSIR-NAL embarked upon the designing of Saras, initially modeled as a 14-seater multi-role light transport aircraft. Saras made its first historic flight on 29th of May 2004 from HAL Airport, Bangalore, in the presence of the then Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Ocean Development, Shri Kapil Sibal. This historic day marked a significant leap forward for India in the sphere of civil aeronautics. But the day didn't come easy. The path to this success was full of obstacles, some of which even threatened to stall the project for good. The project began in 1991 as a collaboration with Russia, but financial problems forced it to drop out early in the project. So the job was now completely dependent upon the acumen and skills of the research and development professionals of CSIR-NAL. The difficulties in realizing the project were further accentuated by the US-imposed sanctions on India in 1998 following the nuclear tests in Pokhran. But the professionals at NAL were up to the task. Bit by bit, they consolidated their research and development efforts, with the result that the first CSIR aircraft, also called PT-1, was ready to rule the skies by the middle of 2004. CSIR-1 or PT-1 has the distinction of being one of the few aircraft to make use of pusher-propeller configuration. The sophisticated technologies in CSIR allow it to perform better compared to other similar designs. The CSIR engine is chosen to meet stringent Federal Aviation Regulations 25 or simply FAR 25 climb gradient requirements under conditions of one engine failure. The maiden flight of CSIR was a perfect one, and its novel model and design earned it tremendous critical acclaim from national and international quarters. CSIR is designed to take off and land on short semi-prepared runways. It is equipped with advanced design features like modern state-of-the-art avionics, carbon fiber composite control surfaces, low drag wing and low cabin noise because of rear-mounted turboprop engines in pusher-propeller configuration. CSIR is capable of flying up to a maximum speed of 550 km per hour up to a cruise altitude of 9 km. It being of lightweight makes CSIR one of the most attractive aircraft for civil aviation. The secret of its lightweight lies in the use of composites rather than metals, nearly a third by weight. CSIR's wing and empennage airframe are made of carbon composites. In addition, composite control surfaces help to keep the aircraft light. Importantly, composite surfaces are less prone to fatigue and corrosion, hence resulting in low maintenance parts count. The success of CSIR's PT-1 led to the designing and production of CSIR-2 or PT-2. PT-2 was fitted with a more powerful engine, PT-6A67A of 1200 horsepower class with new propellers of larger diameter. This was specifically done to provide sufficient margin in climb performance to meet the FAR 25 requirements. After initial success, unfortunately, the PT-2 crashed in 2009, resulting in the loss of lives of crew members. However, the crash was not caused by any technical defects. It was rather attributed to engine relight procedures as per DGCA investigation report.
I am happy to say that DGCA has indicated in their report that there are no major design or maintenance flaws in the aircraft, and we have taken now action to recover and put the program back on its rails. DGCA has suggested some improvements in design, and we are taking the help of some international agencies, reputed ones, the Piaggio Aerospace in Italy for the nacelle redesign, and as well as MDB from Russia under the ILTP program. MDB being the organization with which we started the CSIR program in early 1990s. They are helping us with improvements in some of the design deficiencies aspects, as well as in the flight testing of this aircraft, so that we can speed up the flight testing activity leading to certification of the aircraft. The production standard aircraft is under development right now. We are just waiting for the production organization clearance from DGCA under the new CAR 21 regulations. As soon as that is given, we will continue with the production activity.
This is the aircraft which will be delivered to the Indian Air Force, who will be our launch customer. And initially the Air Force has indicated a requirement of 15 aircraft in this basic version, and they also are planning to procure another 30 in different versions like cargo carrier and executive aircraft. So like the different versions are being talked of. So this is the plan that we have discussed also with the production agency. HAL Kanpur has come forward to be the production agency for these aircraft. They will produce these aircraft and deliver to the Indian Air Force. And in fact, we have finalized an MOU for the production of this aircraft with HAL, and very shortly we will be going to sign this MOU between HAL and CSIR-NAL.
And now the CSIR-3 or PT-3 development project has been taken up. The R&D professionals and designers are working tirelessly to make it a definite success. Notable features of PT-3 would include reduction in structural weight and a modern digital cockpit display. The project has already earned sufficient acclaim, and both production industry and potential users are looking forward to its launch. Novelties and innovation continue at CSIR-NAL, with the overall objective of making civil aeronautics profitable, user-friendly, and economically viable for passengers. The planning and development of NM5 by CSIR-NAL is an expression of this resolve. NM5 is a multi-role, multi-mission aircraft being developed by CSIR-NAL in collaboration with Mahindra Aerospace Private Limited. It is a 5-seater general aviation aircraft and an upgradation of the Hansa 3 aircraft. NM5 has been completely designed and developed by CSIR-NAL and Mahindra Aerospace Private Limited on a 50-50 partnership basis. Its multi-purpose utilization is bound to make it a tremendous commercial success, as it can be used as a trainer aircraft for transporting cargo, medical evacuation, tourism, VIP travel, pilot training, and for several other applications.
What we have is a partnership with the National Aerospace Laboratories to develop a 5-seat aircraft which we call the NM5, and you can see a model of the airplane right here. What this represents is the first public-private partnership in aeronautics in India, and we are quite privileged to be a partner with NAL in this project. What we see this as a first of many such projects to come, and what we think is the good thing about this is that the public sector has built up a lot of capability and understanding which the private sector can then look to commercialize in a joint venture or a partnership form.
When you talk about the aircraft industry, on one side the system engineering, system design, the subsystem identification, integration, testing, flight testing, all this goes with that, and a host of avionics which is required for monitoring the performance, giving the directions, monitoring the flight, and stabilizing the flight, and so on. So all this will lead to a large number of industries with capabilities taking on the role of subsystem providers, NAL taking the role of a system integrator, and perhaps the industry taking the role of a production unit. So all this can be implemented through this National Civil Aircraft Program. We are in the process of finalizing a configuration for such an aircraft. When you talk about the fuel efficient engine, one have to make a survey of available systems in the market and converge on a suitable engine, and remaining with respect to the airframe, the materials to be used, advanced materials to be used, we can reduce the mass fraction, and modern avionics, how it can be integrated, and so on. These studies are being carried out, and we hope that within the next few months we will come out with a configuration and identify a development plan involving the participation of Indian industries, and also trying to estimate the time frame and the cost involved in developing the infrastructure for the initial phase of development, as well as the further mass production of the system. So this report is expected to be submitted to the government by before middle of next year, and we hope that will lead to the formation of a joint venture which will undertake the development of the civil aviation civilian aircraft system in the country. We have got a strong team which is assembled at NAL, multidisciplinary team who can address almost all the design issues, and also we are having the advice of senior members from industry and government guiding this program.
CSIR-NAL is now a major civil aeronautics development center of the nation and is acknowledged accordingly. Its civil aeronautics and aerospace research is continuing with even greater zeal and determination. CSIR-NAL is all set to make a mark in the international aerospace scene as well. Its design and development activities have earned a lot of respect and admiration both within and outside the country. With new ventures and bigger projects on the anvil, and with its partners both in the public and private sectors playing important roles, CSIR-NAL is on the threshold of even greater glory and success.